Well, hello, my darlings, and welcome back to our channel. I am so glad that you are here. Today on our channel, I am going to show you how to create these gorgeous, rich rose towers that you can use to enhance any event. Please stay tuned.
Falling in love is wonderful. Falling in love is wonderful. So they say.
For this project, you will need 8 to 9 bunches of roses. You will need 1 green or white 4-inch styrofoam ball. You will need a string of pearls. I am working with his and hers that I got at Hobby Lobby at half price. And you will need a 7-inch glass column vase. Of course, we will need our handy dandy tools. Let's get crafting. So the first thing we're going to do to prepare for our project is we are going to take our rose heads off of our stems. And to do this, all we're going to do is hold our rose head and pull them off of the stem. Once we have taken those rose heads off of the stem, we are going to take the rosebud or those leaves on the bottom, and we are going to also pull them off. Once we have pulled those off, we're going to take our wire cutters and whatever remaining stem there is, we're going to cut it off and leave just about 1 centimeter of that stem attached. So again, we're going to pull off those leaves. We're going to take our wire cutter, cut our stem down to about 1 centimeter, and our roses are prepared. So I'm going to continue this process with my other roses, and I'll be back. So now that we have prepared all of our roses, it is time to dress our vase. And before we start to dress our vase, we are going to actually turn it upside down. And the reason why I'm turning this vase upside down is because you don't want, if you're leaving it right side up, that by the time you place your roses, that hot glue is going to dribble down and attach itself to whatever your work surface is. And so to ameliorate that problem, we are going to start with our vase upside down. Now what I'm doing is I am taking my rose with my centimeter worth of stem left, and I am placing some hot glue on the foundation of the bottom of that rose, making sure to also cover my stem. Now once I have done that, it is simply going to be a matter of positioning my rose, placing it where I want it to be, holding it for a few seconds to make sure that that rose, or rather the glue, engages with the glass. And once I am confident that that rose is set in place, I am ready to continue the process with another rose. So again, placing hot glue on the foundation, over the stem, placing my rose, holding it for a few seconds, and then continuing the process. And so now that I have placed my final rose, to complete this round, I'm holding it in place for a few seconds, and then in total, I'm going to allow that layer to dry even before I turn it over, and then I'll be back to tell you what's next. So now that our first layer has dried on the bottom, it is now time to turn our vase over and continue the process of laying our roses. And so for this part, what we are going to do is prepare our roses in the very same way, placing a foundation of hot glue on the base of that rose, being sure to cover up my centimeters worth of stem. But this time, when we're placing our rose, instead of placing it directly on or perpendicular to that glass vase, we are actually going to place it on and down. And what that placement is going to do is give us that tapered rather or flared look that we need. So place it on and then push it down, and this will give us the flared look. And so I'm going to continue this process going all the way around until I get to the brim of our vase, and then I'll be back to tell you what our next step is. So now that we have finished laying all of our roses, going all the way around our vase, you can see on the inside what it looks like, and then this is what it looks like on the bottom. What we are going to do now is we are going to prepare our sphere to sit atop our rose tower. Now we are going to cover this sphere with a string of pearls, and to make sure that those pearls sit exactly where we want them to, I am going to use greening pins, and I'm going to place them as a marker east, west, north, and south on my sphere to ensure that my pearls do not go underneath those greening pins. Now if you like, you are welcome to use a marker to draw or trace a circle around the mouth of your vase onto your sphere, but whatever works for you, my darlings. Now, once I have placed my greening pins to show where I do not want any of those pearls to lay, what I am going to do now is take my string of pearls and start to cover my sphere. And to do this, what I'm showing you are where I have my greening pins. And to do this, all I'm going to do is lay down streams of hot glue, maybe about 5 or let's say 3 inches at a time. And once I have laid my stream of hot glue, I'm going to take my pearls, I'm going to set them on my hot glue, wait for about a few seconds for them to set. We're working with hot glue. We're working with a styrofoam ball. That styrofoam ball is not very forgiving of that hot glue, and so we need to make sure that those pearls are set before we move on. And so just continuing this process of placing those streams of glue and allowing those pearls to drape through that glue and sit for a few seconds to make sure that those pearls are set. And so I'm going to continue this process going all the way around to the other side. And then when I get to the other side, or rather I should say from where I began, I'm going to show you how I'm going to take that string of or stream of glue and I'm going to overlap it over my first string of pearls. And now once I have done that, all it is a matter of following the process of laying my glue and continuing to lay my string of pearls until I get to the top of my ball. I'm able to close it and cut off any excess that there is. And so I'm going to finish this, and then I will be back to show you what a finished project looks like. So here we have, my darlings, our finished sphere that we have covered with our garland of pearls. And if you notice, the bottom of that ball has been left untouched, and this is to ensure that that styrofoam ball will be able to sit nestled into that vase. And so here you have a sneak peek of what it looks like. And what I'm going to do now is clean this up, clear it of any glue fronds that they are, and then I'll be back to show you what our finished project looks like. Well, here you have it, my darlings, our rose towers that we created using cylindrical glass vases, bunches of roses, a 4-inch styrofoam sphere, as well as a strand of pearls. Aren't they Lovely. Now, I think I would have to say that my favorite part of this project is the staggered look. And I would even think that if I had to complete this project all over again, I would make it as a group of 3 as opposed to a pair of 2. And I especially like how it looks with the 7-inch cylindrical vase as opposed to, or rather juxtaposed to, that 9-inch vase. And I'm quite sure we could have taken our time, or rather I could have taken my time and looked for either an 11-inch vase or a 12-inch vase to complete this set. But all in all, my darlings, I will have to say that we have nailed yet another project. And so, if you have found some value in this video, my darlings, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, as well as leave me a comment in the comment section below. To my Danny's darlings, I just would like to take this opportunity to thank you for all of the love, the comments, the questions, the suggestions. Please know, my loves, that none of it is wasted on me, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. Now, if you are not yet a Danny's darling, meaning that you are not yet subscribed to our channel, we would like to humbly invite you to join our ever growing community of DIYers, where we craft with and learn from each other on a weekly basis. We would love to have you in our community. And so, my darlings, before I leave or sign off for today, I would like to leave you with this thought in mind, which is the motto to our channel. Say it with me. Why buy when you can DIY? And so, my darlings, my loves, until next time, I say to you, please, please, please take care of yourselves for me. Know that I love you all. Bye now.
Falling in love is wonderful. Falling in love is wonderful. So they say. So they say.